the cheese that I used was provolone and Colby Jack. And if any of you have never tried to make this or you've never heard of it, it's just how you normally make grilled cheese, but you just put tuna in it, or at least that's how I make it. Whoops. How I made the tuna was, I made it simple this time because I was going to just put it in a sandwich. I just put mayonnaise and relish in it. It's really good. It's a comfort food, really. I also have some peach soda, and I have some yogurt, some strawberry kiwi yogurt that I'll eat when I'm done with this. I hope that all of you have been enjoying my videos where you get to stare lovingly at my crotch. I know that must be quite glorious. But today at work, like immediately when I got there, it was busy. I got in at 4 and I left at 10, and it was so busy because today was, I mentioned it briefly in the last video, I think, but today was the game, and it was so busy, and it was a morning game. Well, not a morning game, it started at noon and ended like around 3 or 4. Whenever we have a home game here, it's so incredibly busy, and most of the FSU games are going to be home games this year, which is going to be amazing. It's pretty horrible. Like this one lady, and so many customers were rude. Oh my gosh. This lady came in, this like fat black sassy lady came in, and oh my god, she was so ridiculous looking. And she bought couple beers, and she paid with a $5 bill, and that's fine. But then she noticed we have, sorry about that, we have on the front counter, on display, some, I'm pretty sure some of you have heard of it, it's this Orbit gum, but it's in the really small packs. It's advertised as 69 cents. But with tax, here it's 75 cents in total. And I'm gonna eat the end right here. Do you know what's coming out of it? She's like, oh, I want to get this. And there's like a line of people behind her, like, for like hours. It was non-stop. And at this point in time, there were like 5 people behind her. And that's annoying in itself, like just wanting to do like a separate transaction when you could have done it all in one, when there's like a lot of people behind you. I think that's really inconsiderate. So I'm like, okay, and she tries to pay for it with a $20 bill. Now, And she's just like getting so mad. And I was getting so pissed off, and I don't think she really caught what I was exactly saying to her, because she's not very intelligent, from what I could see. But she had like this really gaudy cross around her neck, and so I just looked at her like, oh, nice cross, like in kind of like a snooty way, and she just kind of like gave me this strange look, like she didn't really know what I meant by that. She didn't really get like the undertones of what I meant by that. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious what I meant, but and finally, like luckily though, a guy came in paying with, like, he wanted to buy some gas, and he paid like with like 17 shingles. So we were able to give her change, but oh my god. It's so ridiculous. Like, I just don't get that. But dealing with rude people all the time. Like, later on the day, I was mopping the floor, and someone came in with like with their child, and like the child was barefoot. I don't know why the hell would you go out anywhere with your child and they're barefoot. He has mud all over his feet, and which is like 10 times worse when the floor, he was running around all over the store, not really doing anything. And so like he just tracked mud everywhere, and I had to mop the entire store again. So I'm like, I said to the guy, I'm like, sir, can you control your child? And this is ridiculous. But I'm gonna try not to like really show the yogurt, because YouTube is kind of, I don't know, YouTube is kind of weird about the I guess with the copyright shit. I don't really want to mess with that kind of stuff, so I'm probably being too sensitive, but just in case. The flavor is strawberry kiwi. I don't know if they mentioned that or not. I don't really do I don't really eat yogurt that much, and what I don't get, I'm eating Yoplait. I don't get, and maybe I might, I don't mean to offend anyone with saying this, but I don't understand money for it, and I think that breast cancer is, it's a horrible thing, and obviously, and I think it's like up there with, trying to find a cure of it with, the HIV and anything like that. But when I go around and I see these things like, I don't even really know what they're called, like these different sayings, like save, like, I guess, like, people are trying, I don't really know how to articulate this, but people are trying to raise awareness for breast cancer, so they make, like, these breast jokes, and, or people will make, like, breast cupcakes, or any kind of, like, food, with, like, that are supposed to be in this shape, of breasts, and I'm sorry, but I don't care if they're it's your rack, or if it's your dick, or whatever. I don't want to eat a breast cupcake, or anything in the shape of genitals. Like, that's just really gross to me. People are going around, a lot of, like, these different campaigns for awareness of any kind. They actually, in ways do a lot of harm, and they don't really do a lot of good, I think. It's just, I think that the way that it's gone about in terms of raising money for breast cancer, I think it's in the wrong way. So, and you can say that a lot with, like, other causes. I think that the way they spread awareness about it, or try to raise money for it, I think it's a lot of times very counterproductive.